The Sad Case of Adrian Jones, Part 2. So Michael and Heather Jones are serving a life sentence each for their role in the murder of their son. But let's go back to 2012 when Adrian first told CPS and a police officer that he was being abused by his parents. Adrian said to the worker, "Daddy hits me. Daddy kicks me." He said, "My daddy kicked me in the back of the head until a little bone came out. My mom keeps pulling on my ears and it really hurts. My daddy keeps hitting me in the head and punching me in the stomach. Mommy and Daddy locked me in my room by myself. Mommy and Daddy can't feed me." And after Adrian told that to a child welfare worker and a police officer that his stepmother and father hurt him, Michael was still allowed to help transport the boy to a doctor for an examination for a forensic interview. And during that short time that he transported his son to the doctor, when they got there, Adrian recanted his statements and said that he took back what he said. I wonder why that happened. Why would he be left alone with his father to begin with? And despite his comments, the child was allowed to carry on living with the depraved pair because officials saw no signs of physical abuse. Really, they saw no signs, huh? And the police and CPS didn't think anything was wrong when the couple tried to leave him with authorities. Yes, they tried to give him to the police department. And they told Michael if he left Adrian there, he would be charged with abandonment. Listen to this. So it was reported that the Missouri Children's Division found evidence that Adrian had been neglected in July 2013. Investigators and medical staff actually examined Adrian. Yet Missouri's plans was to provide in-home services to the family, even though the family failed to cooperate with Missouri authorities. At one point, the family even tried to give Adrian to the authorities, yet they would not take him. The family stopped communicating with Missouri authorities and moved out of state to Kansas. A Missouri caseworker made the following remarks in a report. I made Kansas aware that Adrian had disclosed physical abuse by his stepmother and his father during a forensic interview held in Missouri. I also reported that the children are homeschooled and are not seen by any outside members of the family on a regular basis, which heightened our concerns for the safety of the children. So why didn't you remove them? Kansas DCF Secretary Phyllis Gilmore stated that the last contact they had with the family was in early 2012. And reported that Gilmore said the family's frequently alternating residency between Kansas and Missouri greatly disrupted the continuity services and evaluation. Basically saying, oh, because they moved a lot, we couldn't keep up with them. However, then she turned around and insisted Kansas child welfare officials often shared information about Adrian when known with Missouri counterparts. Additionally, Gilmore stated that her agency thoroughly investigated each reported incident involving Adrian. But the last they had contact with the family was in early 2012, so which lie is it? Adrian's own grandmother contacted DCF twice prior to his murder. They had a security system in the home. Heather saved and shared the pictures of Adrian being abused to different groups over Facebook. She publicly discussed and shared stories of torturing Adrian, and no one did anything. They should all be fired.